Good day, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday live trading session. Today is Wednesday. We are still in a bit of holiday trading mode, but there is some movement in the market, so definitely we could use some profits. And always before we start, have in mind that patience is the key to trading success, and you should always try to be patient, wait patiently for a setup to develop, and then strike your entry. Risk disclaimer stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting the risk, you're also proceeding further with me. CFD and Forex are leveraged products and can result in losses that exceed your deposits, so those are not suitable for everyone. Please ensure that you fully understand the risk involved. Okay, and this video is not part of the .co.uk website, but the globaluse.com website. So why do we trade with Arm Markets UK Ltd? Excellent index offerings. You can trade indices, CFD mini contracts. It's STP execution, excellent account safety, and definitely MT4 and 5 Supreme Edition add-ons. Rules and setups for holiday trading. So if you ask me what do I think when markets will return to normal mode, I can say, well, it's still holiday, and it will be possibly holiday during the mid-January. But I think that starting from next week, we can trade normally with full potential. Okay. And holiday trading always bears high amount of risk. We should cut the targets always when we have holiday trading. We should cut the risk. It's only 1 or 2 trades per day. Intraday positions are also made with lower targets. So if you think that, if you see that the ATR is, let's say, 80 pips, and you have a confluence within 30, 40 pips, it's always best to grab 30 or 40 pips, then aim for the full target because of possible holiday. You know, it's a slow trading mode. I, for example, today had a GBP dollar trade. I managed to scale out with 30 pips and I put the rest to break even. So basically now I'm just riding this ride if it gets down. And then we might see another buy. But guys, when you trade during the day, you can always aim for both buy and sell, even on the same pair. And today we had a sell on GBP, but well, it's at support, so we might also see a buy, let's say soon, maybe tomorrow. So you know, it's like you always need to adapt. Do not overtrade. Usually there is a range play during holiday trading, and you need to follow the important levels. Before I start with today's setups and possibly this week's setups, Mohammed is saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Mohammed, to you too. And he's asking, do you think MiFID 2 will have any effect on your trading method? Do you think? No, I don't think. MiFID basically is aiming only at brokers, and you know, it's basically like giving more security to you as a trader. So for my trading method, it won't have any impact, of course, because my trading method is it's just we are following price. We don't have anything to do with any regulations, of course. You need to develop your own risk potential. You need to develop your own risk appetite, and you know, my risk is always fixed. I don't risk much on bigger accounts. Well, on lower accounts, we need to risk higher if we want to build it up. Well, you know, guys, if you're trading with small money, like 500,000 euros, you really need to use high risk if you want to get that account a bit higher in a let's say in a fast way. If you want to build it slowly, it will take, well, a lot of months to actually build something substantially. But you know, it every account has its own risk portfolio and risk, and you should always have your own risk appetite for different types of accounts. It's not the same. That one of the reasons why I do that is you can always take a look at. I occasionally publish my FX book statistics, and you will see that higher accounts have lower return of investment but very low drawdown, while lower account, let's say, have a higher return on investment but also higher drawdown. It's normal. Okay, my first trade, guys, is I already put this on Telegram channel today. After the GBP dollar, this was my other trade today. Dollar CAD 25.15, even 25.15 to 25 is a buy. Stop loss is 24.90. Always add a spread to your stop loss. Final TP is 25.85. So guys, I'm risking basically my profits that I made for from my GBP dollar scaling out, because I went short today, and basically this is the entry here. You see it's standing at WL3. We have also this fractal fork breakout to the upside. Also, the price has made a double bottom here. I made my stop loss below this double bottom. Okay, so I'm still having, it's like I can add, I always add a little bit more than this. It's like, you see, stop loss here, and it's very clear that it wants to go up. So for me, this is buy on dollar CAD. Okay, yeah, it's typo here. I will just, so it's a buy order. Yes, you see, buy order definitely, and that is the trade that I'm currently in. So you might join if you want, but as I say, you really need to, well, be careful. This is a counter trend trade opportunity. Definitely a counter trend trade, because the trend is, it's a big downtrend. Now you see 4-hour. So I really think that 4-hour could use some retracement to this dynamic zone. Already it made some double bottom in the past. It retraced to dynamic zone. Then this is a similar pattern here, double bottom. So it should go more to the upside. So I think really that, well, guys, I trade trend, but well, when I see a counter trend opportunity, well, I pull the trigger. Why not? I mean, I am a full-time trader. I trade always, really, when I see the opportunity, and you really need to develop, as I say, that trading mindset. You should not be afraid. You should go slowly, step by step. Uh, okay. The question: how do I join Telegram? Well, guys, just send me an email, and definitely I will reply and explain. Uh, yeah, part of this live trading that I have, of course, with Armor Markets is that you can always get new setups with Telegram, and I manage them also. Chris and I do it, and also these live trading webinars are a great way to see how I trade, to show you the logic behind your trades. So you should always watch these webinars in a way that you can always learn something from that. Not just let's make pips with Nenad, let's trade with Nenad. It's like I'm explaining my logic. Why do I take trades? Why do I do that, what I do, and so on. So this is my first trade. So if you went in here, well, you see it's not a big stop loss. Also, you had a chance to enter the market. Now let's see. As I say, I'm already in. I made this trade. Well, a bit. Well, let's say 3 hours, 4 hours ago. So I'm still in. And yeah, you can always watch, guys, for MT5. I also trade on MT5 account, because MT5 is really great thing. I still haven't developed my own indicators for the MT5, but I will do that in a due time, and definitely I need to do it because MT5 is it's very fast. Really, it's I don't have any problems with the MT4. Honestly, guys, I don't have any freeze ups. I don't have any stutters. But the MT5 is well, the technology is improved, so you can always use it. The other setup that I want to show you is possibly shorting into WTI oil. As I said, from this year, we will not only trade Forex market, but we will also trade commodities, indices, and possibly cryptocurrencies. Of course, possibly, I say. So don't forget to sign up for all webinars that I will conduct with Armor Markets guys because, well, it's always something new. So far we had Forex only. Now I expanded my analysis and trading to commodities like WTI and gold. And of course, it will be possibly not just DEX 30, but Nikkei, Japanese or JP 225 index, and cryptocurrencies soon. So this is trading opportunity on WTI. So WTI, let's see these guys. So once more for all of you who joined up later, hi Ilya, happy New Year to you too. I'm long on uh, dollar CAD 25 15. You could have made it here, but also 25.20. And as always, keep your risk lower. Stop loss is 24.90, and stop loss you need to add a few pips to your stop loss. And TP is 25.85. But well, if I see that the price is really going up and I see that there is a big momentum to the upside, then I might even put my if it happens, of course, I might move my stop loss to 25.80 if it breaks 25.85. But it's a long way there, so we really need to be patient, careful. You see, it's going up now. I'm also in a profit. I trade this on different accounts. I have four, five different accounts with Admiral Markets, including this MT5 account, and I really prefer to trade on multiple accounts because it always gives me the opportunity to hedge my trades on some account. It's my risk management, and I really am enjoying not just Forex market. That is my first love, and it will always be my first. But as I say, I expanded my services like analysis and trading, webinars, and trading Telegram. How can I say signals or trading ideas? Call it whatever you want. To not just Forex, but other markets, commodities, cryptos, possibly, and of course indices. Okay, so this is the reason why I went up. Okay, this is a fractal fork breakout exactly at the WL3. So we have a big chance that the price will go up. It's sort of for all of you who trade my Camarilla MACD. I know that there are Camarilla MACD traders among you. This is basically also a form of type 3 trade that you all also have an indicator for its form of type 3 trade. Calvin is asking, hi Nenad, is dollar Swiss a good counter trend trade candidate? Let's see, dollar Swiss. So guys, once more before I move to your questions, we are currently in a trade 25.15 to 20 on dollar CAD. Let's hope that it will proceed to the upside, and we also have we can also possibly short into the WTI. Okay, but it needs to go more to the upside, guys. It really needs to go more to the upside. So please pay attention to it. Okay, I would like to see it slightly higher, and then it could, of course, drop. Okay, let's see. Next question. Yeah, this 4-hour candle is bullish. Well, you see, this is, I mean, really, for me, this is a long still. So I really hope that it will proceed more to the upside. Uh, Okay, now your questions, guys. Dollar Swissy, dollar Swissy. Let's see. What do we have with dollar Swissy? Calvin is asking for a potential counter trend trade opportunity. Well, Calvin, which time frame? Because this is a trend now, okay? It looks like it could go more to the upside. So, yes, if you go with multiple time frame approach, I would say, yeah, but watch the ATR here. Calvin, watch the ATR here. It's very close to the full projection. So basically, I think that your chance to go long was actually here at this spot. You see? You could have gone here, I think, long. Yeah, you think sell at the ATR. Okay. Well, basically, if you take a look here, daily is not a thick histogram here, but yeah, it's a thick histogram. So you're not going counter trend. If you want to go with a sell, that would be a 4-hour trend trade, Kelvin, according to Camarilla MACD rules. So I would say yes, but you really need to know that it should get here, okay? Or if you start to see that this histogram is weakening, it could be a counter trend trade. I mean, not it's a trend trade, not a counter trend. If you just watch today's trend, then it's counter trend. But generally, according to daily time frame, this could be a 4-hour sell trade. So yes, this could happen because we have order block here. We have order block. Our zone is higher. Potential buy could come here. So if you sell it from here, you need to put your stop loss here because if it spikes, it could go up. So I think if you want to trade dollar Swissy, yes. But if you go with Camarilla MACD trading system, then you know the rules for that. You need to wait, or you can make maybe a preemptive trade, but it's always best to wait for a weakening, right? A blue histogram. Okay, so as I say, it could happen. It could happen, but maybe it's best to wait for final confirmation. Well, sometimes I also open trade if I don't see a final confirmation from my Camarilla MACD. It's just my, my experience sometimes tells me, yes, Nenad, you can do your trade now. But, sometimes it's best to wait for all the rules to settle. Well, if you have the experience, of course, then you might actually skip it and go straight because this is the POC zone indeed. This is the POC zone. Order block, ATR top, 4-hour counter trend, monthly H1, but definitely this above this level should be a stop loss. So it still could go more up and then reject. But let's wait. Okay, the next question. Egils, is there a type 3 buy set up on Euro New Zealand? Euro New Zealand. Let's see if there is. We already had a trade here. If you followed for our buy, but I'm not sure now which time frame. Egils, you need to tell me the time frame on Euro New Zealand. Just a quick update, guys. Our dollar CAD trade is going fine now. You see it's 25.28. So you're in profit now. If you traded this, well, I want still it to go higher. I don't want to make any profit stop now. Really, I want it to go higher. Okay. Next question. Yeah, Eglis is saying Euro New Zealand 1 hour. 1 hour trade. Let's see 1 hour trade. I don't see anything here on 1 hour. Let me see my dashboard. I also don't see any alerter for type 3 on 1 hour. Egils, you see there is no alert on 1 hour here. Not sure if I would have known that You see, there is no alert here. But regarding Euro New Zealand, it's let's start to do a top-down approach. A type 1 entry, you mean? Okay, daily is bullish. It has a brand new momentum, guys. You see, it's a brand new trend here. It's going up, and watch these fractals or ECS dots. There is a low, there is high, there is a higher low. So this is N, right? So this usually, guys, when you trade and you want to see a start of new trend, you will usually notice that the trend starts with the N pattern, low, high, higher, low. Okay, low, high, higher, low. That is when trend starts, or let's say a resumption of a trend. And here we already see this, that basically there is a low, high, higher, low, and price proceeds to the upside. Fresh momentum is being built up on MACD, so on daily time frame. Now, and trend, not just momentum, but trend. 4 hour is still having like a retracement, but it's close to be 1 hour trade. So I would say, Eagles, this is tricky because it went below. You see this, actually, this blue line went below the zero line. So I might say it's tricky. If this happened, let's say slightly above, then we could probably see Euro New Zealand to the upside. But I don't like when blue line goes below line. Then I don't make any type 1 trade on this time frame. So be careful. So regarding Euro New Zealand, I would say there is a chance for a spike up, but still it's undecided. It's undecided. We have a trend line here, but you see, guys, it's, well, if you wanted to make an entry, you could have made it here when it start to thin, and then you would have made 30-35 pips. So as I say, well, it could go more to the upside indeed, but you should have made trade here, Eagles. This would have been your type 1 entry, very close to it. Okay, guys, let's see how our trade is going. Then we can proceed with further question. It's 14-15 pips in profit if you went exactly when I said at the start of the webinar. So this was my trading idea today. 25.15, stop loss 24.90, TP 25.85. So if you follow this webinar from the start, now you would have been 15 pips in profit at this point. Next question, GBP dollar. Yes, GBP dollar. As I said, I traded the GBP dollar today. And on my other account, I also have a GBP, a sell trade here, but I moved my stop loss, guys, here. So basically it's 35. If I'm stopped out, it will be my final close trade will be almost 30 pips. Because I scaled out one part when it was 27, 28 pips. Now it's going down, so I traded this to the short side. But guys, as I say, this could be a final target for a short trade for me, because you need to watch when it gets to 35.40, 35 here, 33, we might see a long. Okay, I already explained it in yesterday's analysis, because if you went with my yesterday analysis, you would have made some pips, because it was clearly here, guys. This was yesterday analysis, and the price was going up, and it hit this weekly H4. So if you followed yesterday's analysis, well, you see the target was hit here. And now we actually have a sell trade. Okay? because today it went down. But I think this could be a level where it could reject to the upside. But still, guys, if you are in a short trade, whatever, it's good because you're basically riding a counter trend. GBP New Zealand, question regarding GBP New Zealand. Okay, this is the GBP New Zealand, and it looks, wow, it looks like it could go up, although we don't see a clear pattern here. Judging from weekly candle here, this is consolidation definitely here. So yeah, we might see a spike to the upside on GBP New Zealand. And now it's sitting exactly this trend line, daily L3, it's in the zone. But guys, you need to know GBP New Zealand is very fast pair. So if you make a stop loss, usually it's not less than 50 pips. So if you go long now, at least 50 pips stop loss, it's very fast pair. So be careful. This looks like it could go up indeed. It looks like it could go up. Sorry for this, guys. Again, Citrix is showing some problems, but I'm back. Okay, very fast. So here it is. We are back in business. No, it's not a freeze. It's basically this software is sometimes showing problems. Sometimes it's kicking me out. So, well, you see, now we are back. Okay, so where was I? Basically, I was explaining regarding GBP New Zealand. So, as you see, there is a room to the upside, and there is a triple bottom here. So I'm taking my chances now. Really, I'm taking a slow trade here, guys. Possibly, okay, yeah, slow. It's a small trade here. I entered 1990. But guys, this is risky. You really need to have a 50 pip of stop loss at least. So my stop loss for this trade is below this 90.60. So it will be 90.50. So you see, it's a fast moving pair. So very low risk, guys. So please, if you're in a trade, you need to really need to actually be careful, very careful. Okay, so I'm long GBP New Zealand. We'll monitor the trade. 50, 45, 50 pips is stop loss below the ATR projection. Want to make it go more to the upside towards 29.34 or this, sorry, 91.34 or 91.50. So let's see what will happen. My other trade is now, it's still in profit, but you see, it's like around 1 to 3 pips of profit. But if you went in a trade when the webinar started, now exactly at this point, you would be in 10 pips of profit. So let's see. Any other questions, guys? When we should buy euro dollar? Euro dollar. Okay, let's see euro dollar. But guys, euro dollar is, as I say, it's you see, it's now testing, it's retesting weekly H5. So euro New Dollar is really bullish, and there is a possibility that it will start to reject soon, you need to watch this mini trend line, okay? And this mini trend line is actually your support now. You see, it exactly is making an X cross of WH1 pivot. If you don't know what X cross is, just go to my price action trading school and you will learn what an X cross is. So here you see it could reject if it drops, or it's already rejecting. So best time to buy, well, if you wanted to go long, you should have gone long here. Okay, so it's tricky. It could go down and then it could spike, or it's already started to go up. If it breaks this trend line, then definitely I would pay attention to weekly L3, because usually during holiday market, as I already explained, the price is going up and down constantly. It's ranging, so it could break the down trend line, hit the L3, and then go up. So your first possible long is there, and your second long should be there if it will resume the uptrend. But definitely this is an uptrend, so you pay attention to this level and this level. Weekly L3 is also strong. We have mini order block here, so it adds additional strength to this level. Okay, so basically that's regarding this euro dollar. Do you have any other questions, guys? If you have any other questions, do not hesitate to ask me. Uh, yeah, it's still struggling to go up, but it's going up, and this trade also now is going up. So wait, we really need to wait. The Australian dollar, okay, the Australian dollar. Okay, the price is definitely bullish, but you have a rectangle consolidation here. Okay, I think that this could be definitely, yes, a 4-hour trade. It's happening from this spot, so I think it could go to monthly H3 and higher, weekly H5, 79.11. So yes, this is bullish, and I would go long on dip, but the dip happened here, so you should have gone long around 78, 78.10, 78.15. GBPN is, you see, bearish. It's rejecting. Yeah, but it could. I need to wait. I really need to. I will remove the dashboard here. Yeah, this could go more to the upside, and possibly we could sell it. You see, it's close to the final ATR projection. We need to look for divergence, any signal to go short. So if it gets there, wait for the signal. Any signal, guys, you prefer. I use my type 3 entries, divergence, so you can wait for the signal to go short. It is good to wait for a final confirmation here. But the price is ranging, definitely. Each pair is basically ranging. GBPN, okay. GBPN, it's now breaking lower. It's already rejecting here. Obviously, this is a downtrend now. Yes, it's a downtrend. And I think that you can sell on rallies. Wait for a rally to this spot, 152.30 or 37, and then I think it could reject more. So I think it's targeting 151.90, the ATR projection, or this level. Australian dollar, Justin, I already explained, it's long on dips. And finally, CAD yen. And then, guys, I think that we are ready to call it a day. We really need to be careful, manage our trades. CAD yen is, well, it's, you see, 57 pips of the ATR. Today it made 26 pips. So this is really very slow pair. This is bearish, definitely. And I think that, yeah, a lot of bearishness here. So your short entry, according to my Camarilla, happened around 89.67. So here, obviously, it needs to break this 109.52 to get here. But it's slow pair. You see, only 57 pips. Very, very slow. But it's going down. So definitely the trend is to the downside here on this pair. Indeed, this is a downtrend move. Okay, guys. So basically, what we did today is dollar CAD long trade. If you entered where I told you, you would have been 10 pips of profit. I'm holding my trade since early morning. And I also have my other trade running. But as I say, you really need to be careful. GBP New Zealand is a very fast pair. You need to have a big stop loss. My entry is 1993. Put, like, let's say 50 pip stop loss, and my suggestion is if you're already in a trade, you should risk not more than 1%. So your risk should be small, because especially GBP New Zealand, guys, it's not for everyone. It's the fastest moving pair in forex market, so you really need to be very, very, very careful. So that would be all for today. I hope that we will make some pips, at least with this dollar CAD, because that is really the good setup according to other rules. And at least it has some potential to go more to the upside, because this 4-hour candle is broken the trend line. It's a triple bottom. It's weekly L3, and really, I mean, a time for a counter trend. Yes, Ilya, GBP New Zealand is beast, and GBPN is the dragon. Indeed, that is what we traders use. Those are nicknames for these currencies. So, guys, thank you for joining. Let's see what we will have. Please be careful with trades, and we'll talk to you soon, guys. Cheers, and as always, trade safe.